Okay, you were comfortable?
Yeah.
All right.
You. I was waiting for you to be like, hi, I'm Angelique.
Hi, everyone. My name's Angelique.
And I'm Ronnel.
And we are coming with a commentary today, as you see from the title, Activist versus Artist.
So we're taking this class called Cardi B and the Intersectionality of Respectability in Politics. So basically, we're looking at her artistry and looking at her as a celebrity, really, and the way as a woman of color she's defying respectability politics. So one of the texts that we're reading in this class is called Righteous Discontent by Evelyn Brooks Higginbotham. And it basically goes over how during the women's movement in the Black Baptist Church, they used respectability politics as a strategy to work against the stereotypes that were being construed against them. So basically what that means is Black women were asserting themselves and having identities that were not hypersexual to counter the stereotypes that were being used to justify their oppression. There are a lot of them on the list are Black women or African American women, and they have a big platform because they're famous and because they have a large fan base. And so we're going to go down the list and see if these artists are participating in activism or using their fame or using their platform at all to kind of push an agenda of change for Black folks.
Yes, and this can be indirectly or directly.
Or not.
Or not.
They could just be selling songs.
Maybe. Let's see. Okay, so our first artist is Doja Cat.
Doja Cat. I like Doja Cat.
Me too.
She's like one of my favorites, to be honest.
I think she's super colorful.
Colorful. She's like unique.
Okay, so as far as activist artist, she's a fairly new artist from what I have seen. I've only watched Doja Cat like since last year, and I think she is an artist. I don't necessarily see her doing activist work except for like existing in the space that she exists in. To me, she's just an artist.
For Doja, like, I love her. I think she has great visuals. I think she has dope lyrics, but definitely I would say artist.
An artist,
yeah.
So let's move on to our next artist, is Normani. So let's see.
Normani. I love Normani.
Me too. Do you see the video? She bounced a basketball off her knee.
Homegirl did a backflip. Do you think it was her? Or you think it was a body double?
She did it on the VMAs.
She did the backflip too?
Yeah, she did.
All right. As far as like representation and entering in like the pop lane, she may not necessarily be trying to like, I don't know. I think she is trying to shake shit up for Black girls. I think she is.
I think her being a dark-skinned Black woman, and like getting the attention and the fame she's getting, I wouldn't necessarily say activist. I think, again, as far as representation, it's something different. It's something, worth paying attention to. And like the fact that we have such a scarcity of dark-skinned like women representation in the media. And then she's like this like super, literally doing backflips, right? Super talented woman. I think she's both. A little bit of both.
I mean, if that's what I would say, I like that you said both.
A little bit of both.
Because I think the fact that there's so much representation, there's so many other chocolate girls that are put on the stage with her and in the video with her, I think that's intentional. And I think in a way the argument can be made that that's a form of resistance in and of itself. Yeah. Because she could have like every other race too in the video, but she didn't. It was all Black people. And I think that's on purpose. So either her or her team, I feel like there's some like, we're on the, because she's so new, so we're on the verge of like what to me could be activism. Like she's kind of a movement in a way.
Yeah, she's a movement.
So a little bit of both, I guess.
A little bit of both.
Okay, next.
So the next person we have, say Nicki Minaj. Okay. I like Nicki Minaj a lot. She's a little, sometimes she be saying problematic shit.
She's controversial. I love Nicki Minaj.
I love her too.
I feel like that she can almost do no wrong because I'm such a big fan. Like, I gotta hold her accountable.
Okay, let's put the bias between the side.
Okay, all right.
She's okay, you might not like me.
Okay,
but
what's your opinion?
I think she's an activist.
Okay.
With a giggle. You know, this is maybe something small, but she pays for people's educations and
the college fund.
And so far, the recipients of these college funds have been other Black women. But I think that investing in people's education is very important, and I would consider her an activist for that. You know, you can come from my throat. I'm sorry.
I think, also just promoting for like the Barbs to stay in school and celebrating education too. And then paying for it and contributing to people's education, being like kind of a practice what you preach type of thing. I think it's not always a popular narrative in like mainstream media, so that definitely is like at least setting a good example in a way.
Yeah. Next artist, Beyonce.
Icon. It was her birthday, yesterday?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say both. New Beyonce. I think new Beyonce is an activist.
I think new Beyonce is an activist too.
Because she has had several stages and she's had a long career. And I'm gonna go ahead and say I think that her being like able to pass kind of in opposition to what like a Normani, you can't mistake her for anything other than being Black. Yeah. I think Beyonce, because she can come across as like biracial, more of a lighter skin tone, lighter hair color, you know, like falling in line with a lot of mainstream beauty. She kind of was just a mainstream popular artist for a long time and never really explicitly talked about race. Right. Until like the Lemonade era.
I think even until the Beychella. Let's talk about Beychella for a second.
Oh yeah.
I feel she was like, you know what, F everybody. I'm going to show how Black culture is amazing. It has so much swag. Is so influential. And I'm going to call it by its name. HBCU culture. Like Black people created by her highlighting these things. Just, I feel like that's activism because you literally put it in everybody's face. Like, listen, this awesome, cool ass stuff that I'm doing right here is just me showing how Black people have been just such a pillar and such an influence in the culture of music, in the culture of like swagnacity. I don't know. I think
I like that word. I think also she pointed out, she stated during that performance that she's the first Black female to ever headline Coachella. And I think knowing that, she went into it and intentionally created a show that had as many other Black bodies on that stage with her as possible. And piggybacking off what you said about amplifying and embracing and embodying Black culture and education too,
and calling it by its name.
Yeah,
she's Queen Bee, and she's
period.
I feel like she's an activist. And like, especially with the song Brown Skin Girl.
Oh, gotta talk about Brown Skin Girl. I mean, just homage to Kelly Rowland. I don't know. I love that song. Yes, Beyonce activist for sure.
Yeah. There's nothing in my cup.
Hello, trip.
So, our last artist that we're going to talk about is Cardi B.
Hey.
Cardi
B. Gang.
Alright. Okay, so Cardi B, artist or activist? Let's see.
I would say...
Well, she said it in the words of hers.
What'd she say?
She said that she doesn't consider herself a role model. Okay. And she doesn't want to be a role model. And that she's totally entitled to that.
Okay.
When people ask accountability of her, she's just like, well... you guys put me here. Like, I don't make myself famous. There's something you like about me for me to be in this predicament. So therefore, no, I will not be your role model. She doesn't consider herself a role model. In short,
I think that she's definitely an artist.
Definitely entertainer, great entertainer.
Great entertainer, super charming, super entertaining. I don't know that I would say that she's an activist, though. I don't think I would say that she's an activist, though.
The only thing that I would say with, like, activist-like is her having a dialogue with Bernie Sanders. on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
that's kind of activist-like. Let's give her credit for creating political
awareness. So she is
awareness.
using her platform in a productive way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, I forgot about that. So that's good.
I don't know.
But do I think she's an activist? I still don't know if I think that Cardi B is an activist. More, I would just say an artist. I think she's just fucking a phenomenon and super famous.
I think it takes a lot of talent to be in to do what she does. But I don't know. I wouldn't consider her an activist. But I would consider her breaking the molds of, respectability politics and black womanhood and, like, embracing her sexuality and, like, putting it out there for people. Yeah.
Absolutely going against respectability politics for sure.
So, yeah. So
we didn't talk about Megan.
Megan the Stallion!
We can't talk about Megan!
Okay, Megan the Stallion.
You can't make a video and not talk about Megan.
I like Megan the Stallion.
I love Megan. It's still summertime right now for the next couple
hot
weeks.
Girl summer.
It's hot right now, girl.
Hot girl summer. Okay, so hot girl summer. I'm gonna be biased. I think she's an activist.
I
think she's an activist because she's I'm being hella biased.
I think she's. I'm willing to argue that Megan Thee Stallion is a feminist.
She is, because her whole hot girl summer thing is about women getting
the way
along.
she defines a hot girl is not necessarily about you looking hot. I think it's about you believing in yourself and being the best version of yourself and, like, sharing positive energy and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And she's pro-education too, so, like, kind of a step, not to compare, but kind of a step further than encouraging people to go to school. She's actually still going to school herself. Yeah,
she's graduating. I think she's graduating this year.
She's part of the same graduating class as
class of 2020.
Hey. Yeah, I think I would put Megan Thee Stallion as an activist. Also, I think in her lyrics, there's a way in which she, yes, it talks about, like, twerking and, like, it talks about, like, casual sex and stuff like that, but she also sexualizes men in the way that a lot of male rappers sexualize women. And in a way, I think that is empowering for women to be able to not only own their sexuality in the way that they, like, carry themselves in, like, a sexual persona, but also having that agency over who you want to have sex with or what you want from them or whether or not you want to have sex with this man, or even objectifying men to an extent. I think that's, like, just a symbol of a woman that's very empowered and who has, like, agency. And that's what her music is, in my opinion. So not just her image, but also her lyrics, in a way. Yeah. I feel like is a form of resistance, like anti-patriarchy for sure.
Yeah, I love Megan Thee Stallion, and I think, I agree.
Icon in the making.
Icon. That's what our little, like, spiel is. Artists or activists, disagree or not disagree, leave it in the comment below. We would like to see what you guys think. So this class has been, really fun. It has given us the ability to be, like, creative and, see what potential we can reach as far as, like, creating a social media platform. So like this video, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Ronnel's channel. All the links and all the stuff will be in the description below.
And Uncovering Your Worth.
Oh yeah,
available where all good books are sold.
Yes, so definitely get our professor's
like Christian
book.
Green.
He's a handsome man. Look at his face.
All right,
and we'll see you.
Catch you in the next one.
Bye.